Shalom, shalom. Like to say all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kadash, double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, peace and blessings to all you brothers teaching in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, underneath the standard in the banner of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. This is Father Yaf, GMS Boston. Okay, and it's going to be real brief, all right? This is Acts 1:9. It says, and when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up in a cloud, received him out of their sights. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel. Okay, which are angels, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking. And the two men that were standing beside him were angels, okay, which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahweh Shai, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. Okay, so I bring that up to say this, all right, and that was a beautiful work that Yahweh did for his only begotten son, all right. So more so for us in these last days, man, okay, at the very end of this thing, we will be redeemed as well, okay, in like manner, all right. And there's proof of that going on around about us, all right, so to speak. 2020 has been the year of the most chariot sightings in history, okay. When I say chariots, so-called UFOs, all right, the term that the so-called white man has made up for the salvation of Israel, which are those chariots. But Jake, nonetheless, they believe not, and only the hopeful elect is going to believe. Okay, those men that's going to be in that number of 144,000. All right, and those children and women added on to that. Okay, the 1/3 elect. All right, in these final days to see this kingdom being blown to pieces. Okay, so let me get that, because that's where we're going. Ultimately, we're going to be redeemed. All right, so let me get Deuteronomy real quick. I'll stay in this. Let me see. So I went to Deuteronomy 28, verse 68, to point this out. Okay, that these chariots are your redemption. All right, and it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and There ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwoman, and no man shall buy you. Okay, so when you go to the interlinear, okay, of that phrase, no man shall buy you. Let's go into it. And the word there is kana, kwanan. Okay, it says to get, acquire, create, buy, possess, to get, acquire, obtain, of God, originating people. Okay, of God, originating, creating, redeeming his people. All right, so that's what he's gonna do. A possessor of Eve, acquiring knowledge, wisdom, to buy, to be bought, to cause, to possess. But we're gonna go with A, all right, because that's what it's saying, that he's gonna redeem his people. He's gonna redeem his people, so to speak. Okay, just like you said, all right. But our people have a discretion, all right, against the chariots of the Most High, and they like to revel in the BS that Edom has fed them, believing that it's gray men, little green aliens, so on and so forth, but not knowing that that's their salvation, man. All right, let's get this real quick, because this is what you Israelites believe in, okay? And this is how you think. This is Isaiah 22:18. He will surely valiantly turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country. All right, just like it said in Deuteronomy 28:68. All right, there shalt thou die, and there the chariots of thy glory shall be the shame of thy Lord's house. All right, and that's what most of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are in dismay. All right, let's look at this video real quick, and it even shows that. All right, let's go back here.
¿Qué es eso, verdad? Es la marca de hablar. ¿Qué será eso? Una bomba atómica de... ¿Ovnis? Uy, ¿ovnis? ¿O será que simplemente una...
¿Por qué borraste forma? ¡Ah! Con los puntos. El de...
¿Verdad que será el...
El de la... El de hablar así.
¿Sí?
¿Qué es eso, verdad?
Ovni. Un ovni.
Está muy raro.
¿Qué significa ovni?
And there you have it. So the Israelites are dismayed. Okay, they can't believe what they're seeing. But the true men of the Lord, all right, we see and we understand. All right. Now, unbeknownst to them is this is your salvation. Okay, this is how we're gonna get out of impending danger. Okay, you Christians believe that you're saved already, but you haven't been. Okay, because you're still down here where it's danger. Okay, and let's get this before I move on. This is Revelation 18:4, and it says, And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. All right? And that's the day of redemption, man. Okay? Because Revelations 18 is the destruction of Babylon the Great in that chapter. All right? So those chariots are going to pluck you up. All right? Just like you see right here. All right? And then it's going to take you on high for you to witness this place being burned asunder. All right? And this is why so many chariots in the heaven, man, because unbeknownst to the world, all right, these chariots are going to be involved in the destruction of all manner of wickedness on this place. Okay? Let's get that real quick. I'm going to have to go to the Apocrypha too real quick. This is Second Ezra's. All right, 13, real fast. The second Ezra 13:1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the ways thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth felleth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of a number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea. All right? And that's going into the Lord's chariot coming out of the cracking those clouds. All right? And these armies here on the earth are going to try to align themselves to battle the Lord. Right? It says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. That's a chariot. What you would visualize as a fathership. Okay? That you would see in Independence Day, the movie. It said, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. Okay? And that's what they're going to plan to do. And these chariots, man, you can see chariots there. They might be out there practicing formations, man. Okay? Not that they need them, but just to let it be known that this is the power that you're getting ready to go up against. All right? Let's get this real quick, because they're not going to be able to win. Slocky. All right, that's why I couldn't find this in the Apocrypha. It says, the Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beat to powder at his presence. All right, and that's them chariots zapping people. All right, So this is real, man. This is why you seen the amount of chariots that we've been seeing in 2020, man, because they're getting ready to have an all-out battle with the so-called wicked elites of this planet and the people as well. All right. So that we could be whisked away before those nuclear missiles hit. Let's get that. In 1 Peter 4:18 it says, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?" It says, "Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing as unto a faithful creator." Okay? So the righteous are scarcely going to be saved. All right? By those chariots, man. And when you read Revelations, the 13th chapter, it talks about anybody receiving a microchip is going to be is going to receive the wrath. Let's get it real quick. Well, Revelation 14, that's what I want. But if you receive the mark of the beast, which it speaks of, okay, and 15, and it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so when you go to 14, all right, and you go down to let's see, verse 10. I'll start at 9. "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angel and in the presence of the Lamb." Why? Because Yahushua is going to be here battling on the earth as well. Okay, so that's why they're going to be tormented in the front of the Lamb. Okay, presence of the Lamb and in the presence of the holy angels, which are the chariots that you see, okay, in 2020. All right. And then when you go to Revelations 15, okay, let me see if I can find it. Revelation 15:2. And this is us being in the chariot, watching it from afar in the heavens. All right. This is Revelation 15:2. "And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of power. Okay, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, so I said all that to say this, that these chariots are our redemption in that hour, that the great destruction is going to be happening here in Babylon the Great. So with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakah Kadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to all you brothers teaching in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. Abad Babal, Kwam Yasharala, and Shalom.